The more you reveal your pain, the more people may want to hurt you. Although not everyone will do this, but there are those who take pleasure in seeing you suffer or even make things worse for you. This kind of behavior, driven by envy and cruelty, is sadly quite common and can hold you back in various areas of life, like work, friendships, or family relationships. That's why it's important to be careful about showing your vulnerabilities. Surprisingly, keeping your weaknesses to yourself can actually make you stronger. When you don't let others see your vulnerabilities, you keep control over how they perceive you. It's like protecting yourself from harm and building a sense of inner strength and confidence. Picture yourself as a sturdy tree in the middle of a fierce storm. Despite the strong winds and heavy rain, your trunk stays firmly rooted in the ground. This shows silent strength, the ability to stay steady and resilient when faced with tough situations. Just like the tree, you can become even stronger by not letting external or internal challenges shake you. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by difficulties, you can remain calm and composed. Each challenge you face is an opportunity to grow and learn, just like the tree bending, but not breaking in the storm. When you show that you're not easily affected by tough times, you take control of your own life. You become the one in charge of your destiny, standing strong and calm, even when everything around you seems chaotic. In this video, we'll explore 20 Stoic principles inspired by the wise philosopher Epictetus. These principles will help you build resilience and inner strength. So, let's embark on this journey together, focusing on finding wisdom within ourselves and facing life's challenges with confidence and resilience. Principle number 1. Learn the power of listening over speaking. Ever wondered why we have 2 ears but only 1 mouth? It's not just a quirk of nature, it's a lesson in humility and wisdom. Epictetus, a wise thinker of the past, believed in the importance of listening twice as much as we speak. Here's the idea: with 2 ears, we're meant to absorb different perspectives, stories, and wisdom from those around us. But with just 1 mouth, we're encouraged to pause and truly listen before we speak. It's a reminder that real growth comes from understanding others, not just expressing ourselves. So, let's actively practice listening to others. Instead of focusing on what we want to say next, let's take the time to understand their thoughts and feelings. Everyone has something valuable to share, and by listening more and talking less, we can learn and grow together. Starting now, let's prioritize listening in our interactions. Let's open ourselves up to new ideas and perspectives, enriching our lives and relationships along the way. Because when we listen, we not only hear others, we truly connect and learn from each other. Principle number 2. Prepare for life's surprises. Many of us worry about what might go wrong in the future, like losing our jobs or facing difficulties in our relationships. But Epictetus offers a simple solution. Imagine the worst-case scenario. By facing our fears up front, we can free ourselves from constant worry. When we realize that challenges are a normal part of life, we become stronger and better equipped to handle them. Instead of letting anxiety control us, let's focus on building our resilience. Let's prepare ourselves to face life's uncertainties with confidence and strength. By adopting this approach, we can live each day with a sense of calm, knowing that we're ready for whatever comes our way. It's not about being negative, it's about being prepared and staying strong in the face of challenges. Principle number 3. Embrace failure as a stepping stone to progress. We often strive to avoid failure at all costs, fearing it will label us as incompetent or foolish. But, according to Epictetus, renowned for his Stoic philosophy, being perceived as foolish can actually be a hidden blessing. In his view, being considered a fool can be one of the greatest catalysts for personal and professional growth. It's through our failures and perceived shortcomings that we're afforded the opportunity to learn and improve. Epictetus reminds us that success isn't born from a single stroke of luck or a spontaneous burst of brilliance. Rather, it's the culmination of a journey paved with trial and error. Failure serves as a valuable teacher, guiding us along the path towards excellence. So, let's shift our perspective on failure. Instead of dreading it, let's embrace it as a necessary part of the journey. Each misstep is an opportunity to refine our skills, strengthen our resolve, and inch closer to our goals. By acknowledging and learning from our mistakes, we not only grow as individuals, but also pave the way for greater success in the future. Let's welcome failure with open arms, knowing that it holds the key to unlocking our full potential. Principle number 4. Watch out for the risks that come with wealth. When we're fortunate enough to have money, it can attract some tricky situations. It's not just about people suddenly showing up to take advantage of us, pretending to be our friends. Money also has a way of changing us, and not always for the better. Having a lot of money can reveal sides of ourselves we didn't know were there. It's a turning point where our values and morals might start to slip away because of all the new opportunities and temptations. It's not just about the dangers from the outside world. It's also about how having money can change us on the inside. We might start to become more selfish or greedy, losing sight of what really matters. So, let's be careful and mindful when it comes to wealth. Let's not let it take over our lives or make us forget who we are. Instead, let's stay true to ourselves and remember to be kind and compassionate, even when we're doing well financially. By staying aware of the risks that come with wealth, we can handle it responsibly and stay true to our values. Let's make sure that our pursuit of success doesn't make us lose sight of what's truly important in life. Principle number 5. Embrace the multitude of possibilities. As humans, we are naturally inclined towards diversity. We possess the capacity to explore numerous hopes and dreams, rather than fixating on just one. Epictetus wisely advises against pinning all our hopes on a solitary aspiration, recognizing the potential devastation that may accompany its failure. Instead, let's embrace a mindset of abundance, where we pursue a multitude of dreams. By diversifying our aspirations, we exponentially increase our chances of success and fulfillment. Each dream we pursue offers a unique opportunity for growth, learning, and achievement. Imagine our hopes as seeds scattered across a vast field. By nurturing a variety of dreams, we ensure that even if one fails to blossom, others may flourish. This approach not only safeguards us against disappointment, but also enriches our journey with resilience and adaptability. So, let's liberate ourselves from the confines of singular hope and embrace the abundance of possibilities that surround us. Let's cultivate a garden of dreams, tending to each with care and dedication. In doing so, we open ourselves up to a world of opportunity where success may bloom in unexpected ways. Principle number 6. Recognize the reality of death. This isn't about being negative, but about being aware that death is a natural part of life. Knowing that our time here is limited can change how we live. Think about it. When we realize that our time on Earth is finite, we might rethink what's truly important. Is it worth spending years chasing after things we can't take with us when we're gone? Death reminds us to focus on what really matters. Just like we pack important items in our bag every day, we can carry these guiding principles with us too. By remembering them, setbacks don't seem so bad, and life becomes more precious. This shift in perspective helps us live more intentionally. Instead of wasting time on things that don't matter, let's focus on what brings us joy and fulfillment. In the face of death, let's choose to live with purpose and gratitude. Let's make the most of every moment, leaving behind a legacy of love and kindness. Principle number 7. Find real riches in a happy heart. Epictetus teaches us a different way to think about happiness, one that doesn't rely on having lots of stuff. He said, "A wise person isn't worried about what they don't have, but is happy with what they do have." This idea is simple but powerful. It reminds us to focus on what we do have instead of always wanting more. It's about finding joy in the things we already have, even if they seem small. Think about it. When we spend all our time wishing for what we don't have, we miss out on appreciating what we do have. True happiness comes from being grateful for what's already in our lives. So let's practice being thankful and content. Let's take a moment to notice and be happy about the good things around us, even if they're small, because real wealth isn't about how much money we have or how many things we own. It's about feeling happy and fulfilled inside. And when we understand that, we unlock the secret to a truly rich life. Principle number 8, stay humble as you learn and grow. Epictetus tells us that when we're trying to learn something new, it's important to stay humble. That means admitting that there's still a lot we don't know, even about things we think we understand well. Think of it like this. Imagine being like a kid again, curious and eager to learn from everything around you. That's the kind of humility Epictetus is talking about. Instead of being too proud of what we already know, let's stay open to learning more. When we're humble, we're like sponges soaking up new knowledge and experiences. We're not weighed down by our own ego or thinking we already know it all. Instead, we're free to explore and grow, discovering new things about the world and ourselves. So let's embrace humility as a way of approaching life. Let's stay curious, open-minded, and ready to learn from everyone and everything. By doing that, we'll uncover new truths and make our lives richer and more meaningful. Principle number 9, let go of guilt. It only holds you back. Epictetus noticed that when something goes wrong, some people blame others while others blame themselves. But he saw through this and called guilt what it really is: pointless. Nowadays, therapists agree. They see guilt as a harmful emotion that we're better off without. It's like a trap that keeps us stuck in feeling bad, whether we're blaming others or ourselves. But breaking free from guilt isn't easy. It can feel like a quick way to avoid facing up to our mistakes. However, this just stops us from taking responsibility and fixing things. Real strength comes from owning up to our actions without letting guilt weigh us down. It means admitting when we've messed up and working to make things right. People who can do this, take responsibility without drowning in guilt, show real character. They're able to learn and grow from their mistakes, becoming stronger and more resilient in the process. So, let's challenge ourselves to let go of guilt. Instead, let's focus on taking responsibility for our actions and using them as opportunities to become better people. By doing this, we can live with integrity, purpose, and peace of mind. Principle number 10, team up with people who lift you up. Epictetus pointed out how important it is to be careful about who we spend time with. Just like we instinctively move away from someone who sneezes nearby, we should be mindful of the influence others have on us. Think about it. Some people bring us down and make us feel tired or unhappy, while others make us feel energized and excited about life. So it's smart to hang out with those who inspire us to be our best selves. When we surround ourselves with positive and supportive people, it's easier to reach our goals. They cheer us on and motivate us to go after our dreams with passion and determination. But if there are people in our lives who drain our energy or make us feel bad about ourselves, it's okay to step back from those relationships. Choosing to spend time with people who make us feel good is a way to take care of ourselves and stay focused on what matters. So let's be intentional about the company we keep, choosing friends who encourage us to grow and thrive. With their support, we can reach new heights and build a network of allies who lift us up along the way. Principle number 11. Your reactions can change your life. Epictetus tells us that how we react to things can make a big difference in our lives. He says it's important to take our responses seriously because they shape where we end up. Think about it. We can't always control what happens to us, but we can control how we react to it. Epictetus says that even when bad things happen, we have the power to turn them into something positive. For example, some people might let a tough experience like a breakup bring them down, while others use it as a chance to learn more about themselves and grow. Epictetus sees challenges as opportunities for us to become better people. He believes that our lives aren't just about what happens to us, but how we deal with what happens. So let's remember this principle and be mindful of how we react to things. Instead of letting life happen to us, let's take charge of our responses and turn tough times into chances for growth. By staying strong, adaptable, and making smart choices, we can shape a future that's full of strength, purpose, and happiness. Remember, it's not what happens to us that defines us, it's how we react to it. Principle number 12. Do your part without needing a pat on the back. Epictetus tells us that, like the sun rising every day without needing praise, we should fulfill our duties without seeking applause. Just as every part of nature has a job to do, we all have roles to play in society and the world. Think about it. Every little thing we do, every responsibility we fulfill, helps make the world run smoothly. If we wait for someone to cheer us on before doing our duties, we let down not only others, but also ourselves. Understanding our responsibilities means we have to act on them, whether or not anyone notices. We should stick to our commitments and do what needs to be done, simply because it's the right thing to do. By living by this principle, we show that we're connected to the world around us and that we're doing our part to make it better. Let's tackle each task with dedication, knowing that even the smallest actions can make a big difference. In doing so, we honor not only ourselves, but also the bigger picture of life that we're all a part of. Principle number 13. Don't let hate drag you down. Stay above it. Epictetus teaches us that when someone criticizes or dislikes us, it's not worth our time or energy to hate them back. Their negativity doesn't define us, and it's not worth giving them space in our thoughts. You're stronger and more valuable than the people who try to bring you down. Instead of letting their words or actions upset you, choose to rise above it all. Epictetus reminds us that we don't have to fear those who try to harm us. They're just trying to make themselves feel better by hurting others. So let's not waste our energy on hating those who hate us. By ignoring their negativity, we take away its power to affect us. Just like ignoring background noise, we can tune out the hurtful words and actions of others. Choosing indifference means we're in control of our own feelings and reactions. We know our own worth and won't let others bring us down. Instead, let's focus on staying peaceful inside, being kind to others, and spreading positivity. By doing that, we rise above hate and become even stronger and happier. Principle number 14. Find joy in simplicity. In a world where we're often told that more is better, it might seem strange to choose a simpler way of life. But the truth is, simplicity can bring us a lot of happiness and peace. Think about it. While having lots of money can buy fancy things, it also means we have to spend a lot of time and effort to keep up with bills and expenses. This can make life feel stressful and overwhelming. On the other hand, embracing simplicity means letting go of the need for constant stuff and busyness. It's about finding contentment in the little things, like spending time with loved ones or enjoying nature. Choosing simplicity doesn't mean giving up everything we enjoy. Instead, it's about focusing on what really matters to us, and letting go of the rest. By simplifying our lives, we can find a sense of freedom and peace that's hard to come by in a world filled with distractions. So, let's embrace simplicity and enjoy the beauty of a life lived with less clutter and more meaning. Principle number 15. Take charge of your own emotions, regardless of what others say or do. Epictetus taught us that when we let other people's words and actions upset us, we give away our control over our own lives. It's like giving them the power to control how we feel and what we do. When someone says or does something that makes us angry or upset, it's like they're taking over our emotions. But the truth is, we're the ones who decide how we react to what they say or do. Epictetus suggests a simple solution: build a barrier around yourself that protects you from letting other people's attitudes affect you. By refusing to let their negativity get to you, you take back control of your own feelings and keep your inner peace intact. We all have the power to choose how we respond to the world around us. Instead of letting others dictate how we feel, let's strengthen our ability to stay calm and resilient in the face of criticism or negativity. By remembering that we are in charge of our own emotions, we can navigate life's challenges with strength and confidence. So, let's focus on building our inner strength and resilience, knowing that we have the power to shape our own happiness and peace of mind. Principle number 16. Value friendship more than money. Epictetus taught us that while money may come and go, true friendships are priceless and lasting. Instead of focusing on how much stuff we have, we should cherish the real connections we have with others. When things get tough, it's our friends who are there for us, offering support and comfort. They're the ones who listen when we need to talk, give us a hug when we're feeling down, and help us out when we're in trouble. These friendships give us strength and a sense of belonging, which money can't buy. So, let's spend our time and effort on building and nurturing these meaningful relationships. Instead of chasing after more stuff, let's focus on being kind, understanding, and genuine with the people around us. By valuing friendships based on trust and respect, we create a support system that helps us through life's ups and downs. These friendships are like pillars that hold us up when we need it most, and they make our happiest moments even better. So, let's treasure our friendships as the most important things in our lives. They bring us more happiness and fulfillment than any amount of money ever could. Principle number 17. Find the good in every situation. Epictetus teaches us that no matter what happens, we have the power to see the positive side of things. It's not just about having the chance to see the bright side when things go wrong. It's our responsibility to do so. Think about it this way. Even in tough times, there's always something we can learn or gain. For example, imagine you lose your job one day. Instead of feeling hopeless, you could see it as a chance to pursue a new career path you've always wanted, or to leave behind a job where you weren't happy. By looking for the good in every situation, we can turn setbacks into stepping stones to something better. This positive attitude helps us grow and move forward in life. So let's make a habit of finding the silver lining in every cloud. Over time, this mindset will lead us to greater opportunities and happiness. Principle 18. Cultivate gratitude for the blessings in your life. In our fast-paced lives, it's effortless to overlook the little miracles that grace our existence every day. Stoicism gently reminds us to pause amidst the chaos and acknowledge the abundance that surrounds us. Gratitude isn't just a fleeting emotion, it's a powerful practice that can transform our outlook on life. When we take a moment to appreciate the simple pleasures, a warm cup of tea, a kind smile, or a quiet moment of solitude, we tap into a wellspring of contentment that resides within us. Stoicism teaches us that true wealth isn't measured by the size of our bank account or the possessions we amass, but by the richness of our inner world. By nurturing a spirit of gratitude, We infuse each moment with meaning and purpose. We recognize the interconnectedness of all things and the countless blessings that grace our lives each day. From the air we breathe to the people we cherish, there is so much to be thankful for if only we take the time to notice. So, let's make gratitude a daily practice. Let's cultivate awareness of the countless gifts that surround us, from the simplest pleasures to life's greatest treasures. In doing so, we open our hearts to boundless joy and invite abundance to flow into every aspect of our lives. Principle number 19. Embrace the liberating power of acceptance. Life is like a river, constantly flowing and changing course, and no matter how hard we try, we cannot control its currents. Stoicism teaches us to surrender to this natural ebb and flow, embracing the inherent uncertainty of existence with grace and humility. Acceptance is not resignation or defeat. It's a profound acknowledgement of the reality that some things are beyond our control. Instead of struggling against the tide, we learn to navigate its currents with skill and resilience. By releasing our attachment to specific outcomes and relinquishing the need for certainty, we free ourselves from the shackles of worry and anxiety. In the face of adversity, acceptance becomes our greatest ally, empowering us to find peace amidst the chaos. It's a radical act of self-love and compassion, a willingness to embrace life in all its messy, unpredictable glory. So, let's embrace the power of acceptance. Let's surrender to the flow of life, trusting in our ability to adapt and thrive in the face of whatever challenges may arise. In doing so, we unlock a newfound sense of freedom and serenity, allowing us to live with greater authenticity, resilience, and joy. Principle number 20. Let go of worrying about things beyond your control. Epictetus reminds us that while we can control our thoughts and actions, there are some things, like our reputation or how much success we achieve, that we can't fully influence. Imagine you're worried about how others see you or whether you'll achieve a certain level of success. Fretting over these things won't change the outcome and only wastes your time and energy. Instead, focus on what you can control, like your attitude and how you treat others. By building qualities like honesty and resilience, you empower yourself to face life's challenges with strength and dignity. It's also important to accept that some things are just beyond our control. Rather than dwelling on what we can't change, we can find peace by letting go and trusting in the natural course of events. These teachings aren't just helpful for daily life. They're like a guide for staying strong during tough times. By following these principles, we can find inner peace and resilience no matter what life throws our way. As we wrap up our exploration of these 20 Stoic principles, I want to encourage you to keep them in mind as you navigate life's ups and downs. Think of them as guiding lights, helping you stay steady amidst life's storms and uncertainties. Life can get busy and overwhelming, but by revisiting these lessons regularly, you can find clarity, strength, and peace. They're like tools in your toolbox, ready to help you face whatever comes your way with courage and wisdom. If you've found these principles helpful, consider giving them a thumbs up, sharing them with friends, and subscribing for more insights on living a fulfilling life. Together, let's keep learning, growing, and embracing the wisdom of the Stoics. Thanks for joining me on this journey.